Gotta go. Okay. We're on. We're on.
Are we on? You go ahead. We have the, oh. My name is. You know what time? You know it now. Like,
The sound is breaking up.
Okay, all right. So they can't hear. They can't hear? Yeah, Zoom. All right, all right. Well, good morning, we'll say. Let's see, is this, we are waiting for, have a little technical difficulties. And,
Good, you good, you good, you good.
you can hear? They can hear?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. If you don't mind,
I think they can hear.
can they hear a little bit? I'm gonna try and sing another song.
Ask them if they can hear.
Yeah.
Say.
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear.
In, Zoom land?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. So, Adamu, if I can get you to come up here and, shoot.
Yeah,
Man, we got Brother Damu on the keyboard. Gonna play a little something for us. We're gonna try and sing. So, as I was saying earlier, it's a pleasure to be here. I haven't been here in a little while. Just, man, I feel like I'm got all these smiling faces, all the everybody, listen. Who was that? All right. What's that? Mhm. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So, man, we got two keyboard players. No. I'm just messing with you. Let's see. Let me move over here, and while we prepare to do another tune, I would like to take a moment to pour a little libation. As we all know, the libation is just a central part to our community, to open up any celebration, any event, just calling on the ancestors to come and be with us. So let's see what we have here. I can take it in just a little glass of wine. All right. And as I was saying, like, the libation, there we go. You know, that libation is a central important part to this community. And while I prepare to pour a little libation, I wanted to continue also speak on the Father's Day. I was so happy to get a couple phone calls this morning from my daughters. They lifted my spirit up. And so hopefully to do the same to each and every one of you out there. Got a couple of messages from good friends of mine and some long distance cousins I hadn't heard from in a long time. So looks like we're all just checking in, checking in with one another. All right. Let's see. Well, okay, here we go.
What song are we doing, Bubba?
You can do a little background. I'm gonna pour a little libation, feel like.
Oh.
All right, there we go. Just a brief libation. Just, there we go. Just anything right there. You move that out the way. Anything, brother, down. Yes, I'm gonna open up by pouring libation on those ancestors being so much significant.
Send it.
And pour libation and spoke to the youth, spoke to the elders that taught and held the community together. Pour libation for these elders.
I say.
We're going to pour libation for all those teachers. As we know today, that is a thankless job, never ending job, because the payoff is so far in the distance, it seems like. But it's nothing like when someone comes to you, a child comes up to you 10 years later, 15
Shane,
I want to pour libation for all those Africans that were caught up in the trans-Saharan slave trade. Just beyond imagination, the suffering that they went through. And their spirits are with us. Their spirits are there. We want to raise them up and call them into this sacred city right now and say, come be with this poor libation. We want to pour
Shane,
libation
coming
for
with us.
those that continue that struggle, those that continue to fight, those that continue to teach, those that continue the traditions from the homeland. We want to pour libation for Queen Mother Harriet Tubman.
Shane, coming with us.
That King Nat Turner. We want to pour libation
Shane,
for that King
coming with us.
Frederick Douglass. And all the many names and faces that we may not even know they were all necessary to get us to where we are right now. We're going to go a little further into our more recent past and pour libation for that King, Dr. Martin Luther King, what he suffered, what he went through, still undeterred. We want to pour libation for our good brother Malcolm X.
Shane, coming with us.
All those that struggled during that part of our history. We want to pour libation moving up into the more recent history. We want to talk about those who are recently passed. Young warriors like Oscar Grant.
Shane, coming
If you
with
can
us.
think of anybody within that time period, anyone who's struggled and lost their life, call the names out right now. Ah, shit.
Shane, coming with us.
Ah, shit.
Mr. and Mrs. Leroy and Hazel Conley.
Ah, shit.
Mr. and Mrs. Eugene, really young. Shane. Mr. and Mrs. Roper and Virginia Harvey. Shane. Mr. and Mrs. Dixon. Shane. Shane. Shane.
And now I want to turn the mic over, turn this part of the program over to our dear brother, Carter. Yes, sir.
Okay, we finna here, to greet people we haven't seen before.
to this one.
There's other ways. Love for and rainbows are the shadows of love. World so combined in my heart. How I yearn for that. A spirit return, and I cry at sunrise, and I cry. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, 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 happiness to every man. The Creator has a wonder man. Happiness through all land.
The name of the Most High God, Palm and Rod, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to Palm and Rod, the cherisher, sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. People in with your Holy One, and our aid we seek. Show us the straight way. We are those on whom you have bestowed your grace. Those who push and is not grab, and do not go astray. The Creator
Has a master plan. Peace and happiness for every man. The Creator has a working plan. Peace and happiness for every man. The Creator makes but one demand. Happiness. 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 All right, thank you, Baba Damu. Thank you, Baba Sydney. Thank you, Brother Jabari. That's Baba Damu's son. Now, Minister Bill, can we get you to put the affirmation up for us, please? And we're going to be letting the affirmation by Brother Muhammad.
You will know God's truth and be set
Be free and self-determined.
Creator.
Creator, help us to remember the humanity, glory, and the suffering of our ancestors.
Muhammad.
And to honor the struggle of our elders. Please stand, please.
Let us strive to bring a new vision and life to our people. Let there be peace, harmony among us.
Let us be loving, sharing,
and creative. Let us work, study, and listen, so we may learn, teach, and cultivate self-reliance.
Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homes.
We will raise our children according to the needs of our nation, with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living models of the new direction of our people.
We are an African people. We are the children of God. All right, thank you, Brother Muhammad. We are now going to have some announcements. I am going to jump out on faith and hope that this works. Okay, we have from Oakland, we have one announcement, I think. And that is that next Saturday, our youth are going to present to us the first time in a long, long time, if ever, that our youth are driving a program. So we're having a Juneteenth program that are being led by the youth, specifically by Sister Mason and Sister Diani. So they're driving a Juneteenth program next Saturday. It's going to start at 12. We're going to have food trucks for 12. And at 2 o'clock, there will be a program. I think that's the one. Right?
Yeah, and we have the African-American herbal doctor. She confirmed that she's coming. Oh, yeah, hi, everybody. Grand Rising. We have Sherrill Washington confirmed. She is an herbal medicine doctor and she specializes in the herbs that our ancestors to heal ourselves. So she's going to come and talk about heart healthy herbs, teas that you can use, and also keeping cool, the different herbs that you can use to keep cool during the summertime. Oh, yeah.
Cool. He's going to be here. That was, you just heard the voice of Dr. Mama Sakina. And our other announcement today is that we want to say congratulations to Sister Mason, Sakina's daughter, who graduated just yesterday, graduated. So congratulations to her, and come out next week, and she's going to be driving the Juneteenth program. It'll be next Saturday right here. Are there any announcements from Sacramento?
Yes, there are. If I could share.
You most certainly can.
Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the announcements from Wose Sacramento for this Sunday. Of course, the first one is that we are celebrating our 40th anniversary in July 18th, 19th, and 20th. The 18th is the kickoff at the El Cabalon residence. The 19th is our celebration at the Bonnie Pannell Community Center. We're going to have music, food, games, poetry, art, dancing, and we will be honoring our ancestors. And then on Sunday, our service will be at the Obama Room at the African Marketplace. We are going to have just a wonderful weekend. We look forward to having everyone come and attend. And for those who are going to come from far away, even Oakland, but certainly out of town, we have some suggestions for lodging, and this will be in the chat if you are coming. We want to also remind everyone that this whole weekend is going to be free. We want to make sure that everyone is able to attend. And so if you would like to donate to this event, please indicate 40th anniversary on your contribution form. And finally, all day tomorrow, I will be sitting at my desk on Zoom so that anybody who would like to can call in and record a greeting or message for the 40th anniversary. So I will put this in the chat as well. There's the Zoom number, but I also have my phone number. If you have any problems calling in, we would love for those who are out of town or just unable to attend to call in and leave a message, and we will replay those messages during our 40th anniversary celebration. As a reminder, this fifth Sunday will be Bico Sunday in Sacramento. So instead of meeting on our fourth Sunday as normally in person, this June, we will meet on June 29th, and that will be our in-person service. We would love for everyone to join us on the Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 in the morning for our intercessory prayer. We just really have a wonderful time in the spirit, and also we cover everyone in need. We will have the prayer list for Love Supreme in the chat as well, so that you can pray for our family in the privacy of your own prayer closet. Ashe. Those are the announcements for Sacramento for June 15th, 2020.
All right. It's good to see everybody. This room is starting to fill up. I'm feeling real good. And this song is a special song to me and to all the fathers out there. This goes out to each and every one of us. Each and every one of you. Back when I was a child, before life removed all of the innocence, my father would lift me high.
Very, very nice.
And now, all the way from Sacramento.
All right.
Our brother John is going to come give us instructions.
Okay. Just, oh no, which one? This on this one? Yeah, just hit that button. Which one? That tab. This one, just hit tab. Yeah, just hit tab. Yeah, hit tab.
What do you need?
When you say hit tab, you want to play.
Grand Rising,
I'll be
everyone.
hitting that tab there.
Right. So I just wanted to preface my little video. What's that?
I don't know. It was making music. Was it supposed to?
Yeah.
I stopped it.
But yeah, but it was, yeah.
It's not coming through clear.
Yeah. Well, anyway, maybe we won't do that. I guess we'll have to.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sounds like the inner speakers are being overloaded.
So what do you want to do?
Anyway, well, as much as I can from memory, then I guess I have to do it like that.
Come on, Father's Day, brother, you good. You good. You good.
I put a lot of effort into that video.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Let's wait a minute. Let's.
Maybe we can share that at a later date. But anyway, the historical tribute was to.
Let's reset this.
Okay.
You need to do it.
Huh?
I don't know how to restart it.
To restart it?
Yeah. And this is not on Zoom. We need to put this on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So do your other song, and we'll come back to.
Oh, we could do,
Do your other song, and we'll come back to the.
with the, what's called, Thank You, Master? I mean,
No,
yeah, come on.
Song for my father.
Oh, song for Father. Oh.
So we're gonna have Baba Damu and Brother Sidney do another song, and then we're gonna come back to this.
Man, this is a great service. See, all these technical difficulties allowing me to go ahead and do something extra. If I get Baba Damu up here, man, listen. We about to get in another song.
Yeah.
Man, come on now. So, whoa, boy. Yeah, we understand the Creator has a master plan. He definitely has me in mind and put me up here to get all these songs in, which I love, 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 love. All right. All right. Okay. Get this out of his way. Yeah, get that chair. Ooh-wee.
I don't think it'll fit in mine.
It had both kinds.
Okay, let me see. Take it out.
Let me.
You don't ever sing horse?
Word.
That ain't never stopped me. It ain't never stopped me when I didn't know all of it. I know, as long as I know some of the words. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Say it. Here we go.
Well, let's see. So you got.
I would say,
What is this?
That's the camera. I guess when you do your tribute, we can take the camera off. You don't need the camera. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Okay, hey, do you want to do thank you, man? Go ahead, man. Shoot, we got time up here. Y'all know this is about homecoming, boy.
Yes.
Man. Yeah. Uh-oh. I know this one. Thank you, Master, for my soul. Thank you, Master. Thank you.
Can't you just go on?
I got something, but I can
You
hear
gave me food to eat. You put shoes on my feet and you kept me, yes you did. I know I haven't been so good this week, but you continued to bless me, yes you did.
Yes.
And oh, I just want to say thank you for my soul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master, for my soul. Thank you, Master. I want to thank you for my soul.
It's waiting for you to accept, so you gotta minimize it. So you can see the.
I can hear my moaning.
Can you minimize that
You
screen?
didn't have to hear my groaning.
Except that's what's going on Zoom.
Oh.
But you blessed me, yes you did.
I'll do it after the Zoom.
Watch.
After the
On
Zoom.
my feet. You had food for me to eat, and you kept me. And oh, I just want to say thank you
All right.
for my soul.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Come on now.
Come on.
It's all right.
soul.
Yes, come on now. Come on now.
Thank you, my soul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
So if that ain't getting you ready, I don't know what it takes.
Thank you.
Something coming up.
I'll see it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Don't see people do it by.
You know it, you know it.
Anyway.
It won't fit.
So,
It won't fit. It won't.
let's not lose that
It's like,
spirit.
this
This is why we have these
Yeah,
occasions.
but
Right.
it won't
Because
fit.
this
Can't get it in.
we celebrate.
All right,
This
I just have to.
the memories and the lives of these folks. A lot of times mothers get it all recognition. I used to be jealous. And I'd say,
Click your find it.
this
You find it.
please get like they get on Father's Day. But
That's
thank
right.
you. This is what I'm talking about.
This is beautiful.
Because this here, the spirit.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta
the
shoot from here.
spirit, Because this is what we are really trying to continue.
Exactly.
No, things aren't as perfect as they could be. They could be better. But it's
Yeah, you're gonna have to shoot
always
from the hip.
good to celebrate what is good.
Yeah.
What is good.
Yeah.
So this ain't, maybe this is a little preview on the message, but understand this is why we do what we do. This is why we do what we do. See, we ain't got to explain this one. Yeah. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, indeed. Brother Damu.
Damu.
Yeah.
So, brother, so I get to really brag on it.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Thank you, Sydney.
Ah.
Yeah, that one took a step.
All right, all right. Say,
All right, we tried.
couldn't get it
We
done.
wasn't able to make it happen, but possibly, yeah. Anyway,
You want me to put that in front of the camera?
yeah, put it up there. See what happens. When I say start. Anyway, so I want, yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
That might work.
Good one.
That work.
What do you guys?
Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to say that doing these historical tributes that I've done over the years, I find out how little I know about our past. These things that I discovered, man, I'm just searching and I learn about this and I learn about that, and I'm just amazed at what our people have done. And nobody told me. So anyway, this is the father and son. So let's hopefully it'll work well. We'll see what happens there. Press, as you come.
Yeah, there you go. Press that, please. Press that.
I pressed it.
There you
and
go.
it-
All that.
Turn it off. No.
No, that
Fire,
fire, no,
it's not gonna work, so I just have to do it but from the hip.
Yeah. Come on now.
Okay,
Come on now.
Yeah, so this is, I've been with Brother Jeff Moore, did a tribute a little while, a couple of weeks ago. And in his tribute, he mentioned what I'm gonna talk about today.
All right.
And so, it's Father's Day. Now, how many of you have heard of Benjamin Thornton Montgomery? No?
Huh?
How about Isaiah T. Montgomery?
No.
Have you heard about Mound Bayou, Mississippi? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We got one who knows about Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Well,
what happened.
you know what happened, okay? Well, I'm gonna start with Benjamin, the dad. Since it's his Father's Day, we want to
Yeah.
focus on the fathers, right? So Benjamin, born in slavery, can't remember the date, it was all in the video. He was born on a plantation that was owned by Joseph Davis, who is the older brother of the soon-to-be Confederate president, Jefferson Davis. Man, I've been fasting for a while, so my little synapses seem to be working a little better than.
All right, all right.
Stuff that I didn't think I would remember, but anyway, so he got sold to Jefferson Davis from another plantation. And Jefferson Davis apparently had some novel ideas about slavery that he had gotten from this guy, Owen. Can't remember his first name. He was had a utopian idea about slavery. So he practiced this experiment of allowing slaves to have a little more leeway. You know, and so he taught him to read. Oh, big mistake, right? Big mistake. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
We got to, yeah, may not be able to hear it though. You tell it. You tell it. Man, your voice is better. Your voice, man. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going from memory.
Yeah, right.
But it must come, but it's like I said, they had this utopian approach, which allowed a little more freedom to slaves. And so Jefferson Davis allowed Benjamin P. Montgomery to learn how to read. And in doing so, he kind of learned the business on the plantation. And he was allowed in time to have the run of the place. And he actually started managing the plantation. Now, the circumstances behind how he managed, it ain't clear.
Right.
We don't know if he was like, what was that guy in Django?
Yeah, right.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was that kind of guy or not.
Yeah.
But, he was allowed to manage the plantation. And in doing so, he also was able to open a store on the plantation that sold to the slaves and to the white folks. Yes. So anyway, so in time, of course, later on, he married Mary Lewis. And I believe it was 1842, if I remember correctly. They gave birth to 4 children. The one that I'm going to talk about right now is Isaiah Montgomery. When he was born, of course, his father being a learned man, of course, passed that information on to his son. So there was a time during the Civil War, after the Civil War, that they raided the Davis plantation, and the Montgomerys took that opportunity to free themselves, right? And so he went on to build his business on the plantation. He ended up actually buying the Davis plantation. I believe it was 400 acres. If I remember correctly, he ended up buying that and building businesses, building a little town in the city. But anyway, so he went to his son, right? Isaiah Thomas, who had learned from his father, learned the business, learned how to do business, learned how to interact with people, learned how to plant in the seed and another note here, just remember. Benjamin Davis, he also managed some of they were on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of issues with the boats on the rivers getting stuck in shallow water. And so Benjamin, being the ingenious black man he is, he developed a propeller that would help to maneuver them through the shallow waters. And then when he tried to patent his invention, of course they didn't allow him to do that. Based upon the Dred Scott decision. Right, that he's a slave. We can't own property. You can't, we can't have nothing be a note for developing anything, right? Because he did 3 fifths of a human, right? So anyway, Jefferson Davis and Joseph Davis, they tried to do it, but still they couldn't because it was in fact invented by a black man. So they never were able to do it. but I believe it was in 1880. Benjamin finally got recognition for his invention. So on to Isaiah. Isaiah saw, oh, and I should say that they also, due to racism, difficult times, Benjamin finally lost that land, had to sell that land. Okay? As is always the case with us, right? They see it's coming up and try to take it out. Anyway, so his son seeing all this, he learned a lot from his father. And so he ended up saying, we need a place, a safe, secure place where we can grow and flourish. And so he found this little swamp area. It's throwing me off. So and they this was a swamp area.
Purchased
I mean,
4,000 acres.
I can't remember how many acres it was, but they went in and they bought that land and they cleared that land away from white interference. And that place became Mound Bayou, Mississippi.
Wow.
And they built a city there, a thriving city where they had banks, they had a bank, they had schools, they had churches, and later on in life, they actually had a hospital. I believe it was called the Taborian Hospital, I think. Something that starts with a T. But maybe I might put that thing on video on YouTube and put it out for you guys to see later and get a more precise story. But anyway, so Isaiah, like I said, they built this town. That's still there today. They now I heard stories in doing the research. Now I'm gonna try to recall some of the stories because number one, they sold cotton, right? And they had, according to the story, the best cotton in the world. In Mount Bayou. And that other planters, cotton farmers, because you get the stamp from Mount Bayou, you got first class stuff that's known around the world. And so other people would come to Mount Bayou to gin their cotton and get that Mount Bayou stamp on it. So they get a better price for what they were selling. Also heard in my research that how many of y'all know about Wonder Bread?
I know what it is.
Now Wikipedia don't say this, but the guy who was speaking in the video I watched said that Wonder Bread actually got his start in Mount Bayou, Mississippi. Now, like I said, Wikipedia will tell you something different because I tried to confirm the guy's statement, and they claim it was in Ohio. Maybe it was later on that they actually grew. But according to this guy, Mount Bayou was the birthplace of Wonder Bread. In addition to, this is gonna get you, he also claims, and they have a Mount Bayou Museum in town, where they have all these artifacts. And one of those artifacts are Coca-Cola bottles.
No.
His claim again is that Coca-Cola began its bottling in Mount Bayou, Mississippi. And they have these bottles from that time in their museum. So, where am I going from here? So anyway, the bottom line is that we had a group of black people, black ingenious in what's the word I'm looking for? Inventors who established a town, built that town up into a first-class place of living where there was no interference from white folks. Unfortunately, they weren't ever, set upon by the white masses, the angry mob. They didn't have to go through that, but they did experience some difficult times, and things aren't as prosperous as they were, but they're still there, and they're still growing. And so I'm gonna have to leave it at that. I think my 10 minutes are up, but I will make that a YouTube video, and I'll put it out for you guys to see at a later date.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. All right, I'll show you. All right.
Love that.
Yes, enjoy it.
Which way? They go.
Does everybody have a book, The Litany of Sacrifices?
I want to echo my thank yous, Brother John, for that historical tribute. And it's unfortunate that we weren't able to get the technical problems worked out, because the brother always brings some really fascinating videos, you know what I mean? They're like small reels, small premieres or something other. So I always enjoy his historical tributes. This is the time in the Rose community known as the Litany of Sacrifice. And the Litany of Sacrifice is a time that we set aside to give back to the community a portion of that for which we have earned. Here at the Rose community, we always like to let people know that over the 45 years that we have been in existence and serving this spiritual community, we have been self-sustaining, self-supporting. And it's been the gratitude from the membership that it continues to sustain us. And of course, no one in the Rose community receives a salary. All of the leadership receive no salary. We do this for the love of the community. This morning, inspiration reading before we go to the litany comes from the Hosea, from the book of Ketty. And on page 52, passage number 8. Ketty, one of my favorite writers in the Hosea, and there are many. This Hosea is a fabulous book to have. It's fairly small, but it's well contained. It's packed with the teachings of the ancestors, some of the most prolific writers of that time. Ptahotep, brother responsible for writing the first book. I mean, you know, imagine that. There was a time, you know. But anyway, Ptahotep is credited for writing the first book. But Ketty was of that era too. And get into the passage number 8. Well cared for is humankind, who are the flocks of God. He made the sky and earth for their sake. He destroyed the dangers of the waters. He gave the breath of life to their noses. They are in his image and came from his body. He shines in the sky for their sake. He made plants for them and cattle, fish and fowl to nourish them. He has killed his enemies and reduced his children when they conspired to rebel against him. He makes daylight for their sake, and he sails around in his sacred boat so that he can see them. He has built his shrine around them, and when they weep, he hears. He made for them rulers, even from the egg, leaders to fit the load, and from the back of the weak. He made for them words of power as weapons to ward off the blow of evil events, guarding them by day and by night. He has slain the traitors among them, as a man strikes his son for the sake of his father. For God knows every name. From the book of Ketty, and the Husil. Give thanks to Ketty for those powerful, insightful words. And okay, so we do have an attendant for the altar. And I'm gonna need a book for the litany. So I need a black binder book. Okay. Thank you, Damu. Not Damu, Iman. Brother Iman is here with us this morning. Brought in his beautiful son, little guy. We always pleased and always happy to see new life take place, because we, and I'm talking about, my generation, we are reminded of our time and our place on the trajectory of the setting sun. And we need young people to come forward and to take up this work that we've started. We worked out a lot of the preliminaries. So we just need the bodies. Okay, you can find it. I thought we might put the litany up, but we're gonna do the lighting of the candles. So we can't put the litany up. But for those of you in the audience, the litany can be found in one of those black binders. See again, back.
Page 2.
Page 2. And in the beginning of that is a unison portion. And then it breaks down into parts, leaders and communities. So we do the unison part together. Save us, O Holy One, by your name.
Vindicate us by your life.
Hear my prayer.
Divine protector. This is the word of my mouth. How can we repay, Holy One, the gifts that have been given to us?
We will lift up the cup
of salvation
and call upon
God, our ancestors.
We will fulfill our vows
in
in the presence of all our people. Gladly bring sacrifices to your name, O God, for it is good. Unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
Ujichagulia, self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Economic.
Need, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people through our traditional greatness. Creativity. As much as we can, and as great as we can, to live our community people Imani, faith. We will believe with all our hearts in our God, our people, and in the righteousness and the victory of our struggle. Amen. And his brother Mohammed passed amongst you an offering envelope to accept your contributions. And there are ways, other ways of getting funds to the Wose community. You can go through our website, and there is a link there for the accepting of donations. There, I think we accept, I don't know if we accept PayPal or not, but some of the other electronic, okay, good. So yeah, like PayPal and then some of these other financial transactions we'll be able to do
exactly, cash out, all of that, it'll be there. And so we will graciously accept those contributions. And in closing, I want to take just a few minutes to thank each and every one that took the time to make a contribution, to do a donation. We thank you, O Holy One, for those donations. We thank you for each and every one that gave what they could, those that did not give but wanted to give, for all of those that shared their talents and their skills, that sung a song and shared their music and shared their talents. We're grateful, we're thankful for all of that, O Holy One. We ask that you allow us to receive these contributions and deal with them in the most effective way that we know how in terms of sustaining ourselves and advancing our movement. Thankful to this next sister at the at our altar table, and I hope that you all will take the time some point to watch Minister Mark Elise's presentation on Amin Ra. He does an excellent job on that. And when you look into the Holy of Holies and you see those symbols, these icons, you know what they mean. You know the root and the foundation of those. And so that is, so thank you, Brother Mohammed. That'll be all for me. And so, sister, you can go ahead and extinguish the candles now.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so Baba Sidney's here, so in his honor, I'm gonna say, so here comes the best part of the service.
Yes, indeed.
Every part of the service is the best part of the service, the Minister Sidney's. Wonderful to have you back, Baba Damu. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Dr. Jabari? Yeah. Damu's, both of Damu's daughters are also here.
Yeah.
Being here, it's the Maisha and stuff. Night.
Uh-huh.
Have to thank John Coltrane.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And the son is here.
And Brian.
Huh?
Brian's son.
Yeah.
So, now I want to, as I said, this is one of the best parts of the service. We're going to come to that, to my minister, our minister, the brother who leads us and was leading us in, I think, a wonderful direction. And let's hear what he has for us this morning. Brother Minister Mally. And I haven't said it yet, but happy Father's Day to all of you fathers here in the building and watching this on Zoom.
All right.
Brother Minister Mally. Thank you to Sister Biani for taking care of your office. Thank you.
Yeah.
Grand Rise. You know, earlier when I mentioned about Father's Day, and a lot of times it doesn't seem like the fathers get their due. It's also kind of uniquely special for me. If you really understood my own personal history and my own personal journey, Father's Day and fatherhood, there's something personal for me.
I was fortunate, it seems like every time right before a Sunday that I'm about to come and bring the message, I get these little surprises. And I was by the bank. And, you know, in the past, I might have been going past the bank and wishing I had something to stop for. I actually could stop at the bank and withdraw some funds. And I was walking along, headed back to my car, and I saw this gentleman. There are certain people, you see them at like, say, 17, and they look a certain way. Then you see them at 40, and they look a certain way. And if you're lucky enough, you might see them at 70 or 80. And they still look the same way when you first met them at 17. Wow. And I ran into this brother, and I looked at him, and I said, that's got to be him. Even though I hadn't seen him since college day, which for me is like a good 40 years ago. But it was because he had the same face, body that I first saw when I was in high school. Wow. And then just casually, I said, man, we're going to have something in my church, because he asked me what I've been doing. And I said, yeah, I'm going to bring a message tomorrow at my church. You know, for fathers, come on down. The man is here. Hey, all right. My brother, my high school friend, even we partied in college, but we can't tell nobody about it. That might come out later in the book. But my brother, Willie Carter. Wow. Would you please stand for a minute? Wow. And now that he's standing, I want all the men, please rise. Yeah. All the men. Wow. I want to share something just for you all. I am proud and happy to have you present here because you've been present in other people's lives. I am proud and happy to have you here to celebrate you because you've been worthy of celebration in other people's lives. Okay. Fathers, men who have taken the role as fathers, this is a thank you for what you do.
That's it.
Yes, it is what you're supposed to do. Yet, we don't always do what we're supposed to do. And I want to celebrate you today and thank you. I'll say, and say, I'll say, oh!
Thank you. We love you. We love you.
All right. I don't know. Bennett. Bennett.
Willie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yes.
Bennett. Still good.
Yes.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Yes.
Me too.
I met Bennett. I just forgot Bennett. But see, he had already knew about Wosay.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
That's what I say. Look what divine does.
Oh my.
Brings people together who don't even expect to be together.
Yes.
Now let's get with my message, please. As always, I like to share this prayer. At one point, I'm gonna know it by heart. And it's called the helmsman. Helmsman, do not let your ship go astray. Life giver, do not let the people die. Provider, do not let the people perish from need. Shade, do not let the people become dry in the sun. Protector, do not let the crocodiles seize the people and drag them away.
Yes, yeah, I like
Mm.
I want to share with you briefly about how to live life light as a feather.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to admit right off the top that this part about light as a feather is not original. We had a very powerful meeting of the men yesterday in what we have called the ZA group, where we discussed Maat, the guideline of moral guideline for how to live. And as men, we were talking about the different pieces. And there's a part of the Kemet theology that at the end of your days, you come before this imagery here where we have Maat and a scale. And on that scale, there is a heart placed on one end and a feather placed on the other. And if you have followed Maat correctly, the feather should outweigh the heart. So we thought and we discussed and talked about that life lived correctly should be light as a feather.
Yes.
Y'all gonna be with me today?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a section in the Maat that talks about, you already heard, I'm sure many of you, about these 7 principles. They're the standards for which, if you are a believer and you worship with us, Maat has these principles. They're guidelines. They're not commandments. They're guidelines. They are suggestions about how you should want to live. As fathers, as well as mothers, part of our responsibility is to teach guidelines. Now, many of you here, and maybe it was just me and Sydney, but we were given some very strict guidelines. But we tended, as some of us have, but probably none of y'all, that we kind of didn't always pay attention to the guidelines. We tended to try to make up our own guidelines.
Okay.
And many of us found that was a very bump your head experience. Multiple bump your heads experience. Because guidelines are suggestions and rules that if you do not follow them, they tend to have their own consequences. Now, in our family, butt whoopings were the immediate consequence we became familiar with. And I'll say Sydney probably got more than I did. It's only because it started with some things that told me. Understand, I think that's something familiar to all of us about guidelines. The issue of guidelines, as given by the divine, is that they're not always immediate consequences. You don't always go from violation to immediate punishment.
That's right.
The thing about the value of guidelines, if well taught, if well practiced, if really you pay attention, even when you stray, you have something to go back to.
Exactly. Say that. Yes.
See, that's what I like about guidelines. That even though I was not, used to give you the nice name of being precocious, but I was just a knucklehead many a time. And probably I'm the only one, but, okay, let me say it. But the rest of y'all probably knew how to maintain yourselves and do what your mama told you and do what your daddy told you. I tended to not hear it when I got to about teenage years. And I ran into Willie, and and our school was probably made up a whole lot of folks that didn't want to follow their parents' guidelines. And we went to college where even more folks didn't want to really hear what the guidelines or follow those things. But what was amazing was that even as we strayed away from those things, somehow they stayed there somewhere. And that's the power of these guidelines for mine. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to just keep them and only keep them and only do them for all your life. Actually, if well practiced, if well lived, they stay with you. And generally, if you kind of wake up, they become the go-to for you.
As fathers, that's your job.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a few amen? I looked out there, I looked at me. That's your job. And mothers too, we ain't giving y'all out just as Father's Day. Because the guidelines are in their power, their strength is not in the written part, but in the living part. We all know that do as I say and not as I do did not work. We heard it a lot, but it didn't work. If you don't live it, you can't teach it. If you don't live it, those who are following or dependent upon you for learning won't learn it either. You don't have to be surprised where our children and our grandchildren and our nieces and our nephews are turning out if you don't look in the mirror and recognize what type of role model were you. Our parents worked hard. We saw them do certain things, and we understood if I'm going to get myself together, I have to mimic those things. We somehow have forgotten that process, or we've kind of strayed away from it. With my aunt, there is a practice. There's things you do and things you don't do.
That's right.
You want to hear a few of them?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, okay.
In page 37 of the book, Maat, A Moral Guide for Living. First, know yourself.
Yes.
Love and respect yourself.
Yeah.
Then you can know, love, and respect others. All right. Yeah, I start right there.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because that's a whole lot. I know in a society where individualism is encouraged, where people think you make it on your own, which is the first lie, is that in that simple verse is the beginning of the sauce for you cooks in the house. Understand, you can't love or respect or know anything unless you first know, love, and respect yourself. What in the mirror is you. And in that mirror, you better know what's there. You better love what's there, and you have to respect what's there. It doesn't mean that you don't work on something to improve.
Right.
But you can't work on other people till you work on yourself.
Let's say that.
I know ministers love to tell y'all about what you're supposed to do. And I know, us ministers come up here and pull up placards and tell you about where you've gone wrong and how you need to fix yourself. But I was always reminded, even in the Christian faith, that your best sermon is the one you live.
That's right. Say that.
The best lesson you teach is the way you live.
That's right.
So if you think my eye is that valuable, then you should be practicing and living.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just speak to it. There's three of them. Think it, speak it, and do it.
Yeah.
And one don't stand up without the other. You can think it all day long, but if you can't speak to it and you can't do it, then it's just something on a piece of paper.
Right.
So, as fathers, as men, as women, as mothers, as responsible adults, your first work is you. And that's actually very good, because who can only work on you but you?
Now, a lot of us might wanna, you know, have somebody else come in and work on you, but the truth is, you know, you don't want nobody else working on you. That's why some of us became rebels in our own households. That's why some folks were so resistant, cause you just gave me how to live my life, and you, well, okay, it was just me. We acted like that, didn't we?
No.
You know, the idea that somebody's trying to tell us what to do is a good way to get us not to do it.
Yes.
Our first task is ourselves. And for me, working on me, yes, any of my family members, but don't ask Pam. If you ask it, don't ask Cindy either. If you ask anybody in my family, I have a 24/7 job. 365 days a year, working on me. I can help and suggest and fill in some information for you, but I really can't fix you. My purpose is not to fix you. My purpose is to see how I can work on me so well that maybe it'll inspire you too. That's my real job. See, ministers in healing heal by example. We don't have no medication, but we do have process. And the process of healing is to take what I believe is valuable and helpful and apply it to me first. And out of my experience, that hey, I'm still standing, I'm still smiling, I'm still remembering people from my past.
Come on now.
That it must be healing me.
Amen.
Now you might not want my results. That depends on you. As my brother Cindy always says, depends on the stage you are in your life. I know in my stage of life, man, I need this. And I need it this way. And I can't hear it until I open my ears to my own voice. See, because y'all might be lying. Y'all might be trying to trick me. See, I got a whole lot of answers about how not to listen to you. But I can't lie to me in the mirror. Because truth is in there. As much as I may want to deny it. My art is about allowing us to have guidelines of what to do with ourselves. Somebody used to say our black self.
Black self.
Yeah, see, what to do with that person. And there are some guidelines, some thirst about what to pay attention to. First, love your own as well as you love yourself. Sound familiar? Golden rule. This came first. It's older. Love your own as you love yourself. Not better than you love yourself. Because guess what? That won't happen. Unless, of course, you violate a principle of reciprocity. You ain't supposed to give beyond your means to receive. Oh, y'all didn't hear that one. Okay, we'll come to that one next week. You understand that if you're given to the point you have nothing, then you are not going to last long. There should be a reception as I'm extending. So I can't love somebody more than I love myself.
That's right.
But I sure can match it because I can match it in my speak, in my thinking, and in my doing. Matching, not exceeding. There's another verse. Love my family by fulfilling my responsibility. We got a new father in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I grin when I see these young brothers with their initial child. And then I have those memories where I start shaking my head. You know, it is great to be a new father. It's really great. Wow, what's waiting ahead?
And that's where us that have done this before go, we, he just ain't seen what's coming around. And, you know, there's a shared memory about what it takes to fulfill your responsibilities. Because first of all, it don't never end. I know this ain't new news for y'all, but for the new father, it's only the beginning of something that only follows him to the grave. Your children never get too old. Oh, okay, just me then. My children have remained in my pocket even as they have jobs. Okay? Even as they have graduated and moved out into their own home. And I'm still going to the bank going, yes, dear. And see, I had daughters, so they really believe in that.
They want.
They ain't all days. You know that, Mama Rose.
That's right.
She has older than grown kids. And the thing is, it's also a joy that if you have done right, if you have lived right, if you have practiced what you need to practice, and then you have lived in a morally guided life, you stay in position to fulfill your responsibilities. It's not a task. It's not a demand. It's a responsibility.
Yep.
And you fulfill it, then you're following a moral guideline. Because your empty wagon can't fill up nothing.
Well.
If you have nothing to offer, then you can't fulfill anything. Oh, okay. That's new news. I'm sorry. Understand, y'all, there are actual concrete benefits to the practice and the life living of Maat because you're not alone.
That's right.
One day, you that are younger than, we're going to need you to fulfill the responsibilities towards older ones like us. Like Brother Damu, who has his family right there as his backbone, as he has been for them.
Right.
See, that's reciprocity. That's reciprocity. You know, that is a lot of folks who live a life where they've given all they can give, raise their kids in a pretty reasonable way, given and shared, and then they get older and they get forgotten. In reciprocity, that can't happen. That can't happen.
Indeed.
We don't have old folks' homes in African culture.
Teach good.
It's only in Western culture.
Teach good.
Because a community is a community.
That's right.
There's always a space for every member.
Yes.
They don't get discarded.
Right.
They don't get cast away.
Right.
They don't get shoved aside. No.
Teach.
And the principles of Maat didn't say fulfill these responsibilities until the age of 55. They said, first, fulfill these responsibilities to your family and your own. Can I give you another one? Come on. First, inner, then out. Uh-oh.
He's going.
Yeah. The baby said, "Oh, inner, then out." You just can't go for look good. I really like the fact that I'm allowed to have some possessions where I get to come in front of y'all. I feel pretty good.
You look pretty good.
Thank you. I love it. Yeah. Too bad we can't stop with that part.
Yeah.
In fact, it has to happen inner and then out. I'm reflecting only what goes on within me, that I am so comfortable, confident, and composed in the spirit of the divine that the African culture I own has to be expressed. Can't help myself, as those words are sometimes said, like when our brother took us back
Being proud of the master holding my soul. I
Yeah.
can't contain myself when it comes to see the love and the excitement that it is to be black like us. Unapologetically, without reservation, without excuses. Love being a black man.
Yeah. Say that.
No exception, no buts. Unapologetically of African heritage.
Yes. Say that.
Come on, y'all. Inner than outer.
Right.
It doesn't mean outer means the clothes. Uh-oh. Outer means how you present yourself. When you are amongst others, what do you look like? What do you behave like? How do you carry yourself?
Right.
Do you only respect the red light when the police are around?
Yeah.
Well.
I hope you didn't say that too loud on the tape. Well, that was Brother Jackson. In case I want to- Inner, outer. The inside is the work, the everyday job, 24/7, even when you sleep. Inner is the job. And there are principles and there are virtues to measure yourself, to understand your progress. So, fathers, we need to continue to grow. Your job doesn't end at the age of 21, your kids, just in case you want to know that. We have to continue to grow. We have to continue to show up. We have to continue to show out. Yes, we can show out. There ain't nothing wrong with having a good time in the right circumstance. Because what are you celebrating? It's celebrating something special, precious, and divinely ordered. Life in all its shapes. And as fathers, we know this firsthand. So we step up, we stand up, and we step out.
That's right.
I hope y'all know about the swagger. Oh, okay, the swag, as some young people would say. That ain't new.
Right.
We had swagger back then too,
Right.
because it is a measure of how good life has been for us, regardless of the external circumstance. They had some new racism. They had no new restrictions, suppression. Yet, we can swag. We can strut. We can celebrate. We can walk that walk. They used to call it Maat walk. Because when we walk, we enjoying ourselves. We walk.
Right.
We be working the entire body.
Right. Right.
All of it feels good.
Yes.
Oh, hey, oh, no extra in. That's us.
Yes.
We gotta stop letting others restrict us and tell us how we supposed to be.
Right.
Because we already have thousands of years of information that work so well.
Yeah.
And theirs didn't really work that way.
Right.
That's why they tried to take it from us.
That's right.
The great lie is to think all this modern stuff is the new stuff. When in the truth, much of it is ancient. Ours has been hidden in plain sight.
Well, yeah.
We just haven't been paying attention. So today, I just want to say, Happy Father's Day.
That's right.
And it's not just to the men folks, because I know plenty of women who had to take that role.
Yeah.
Yes.
Started with my own mother. In fact, the job was so big, my auntie joined her. I was raised by two women, and I'm not less a man for it. In fact, I'm actually a better, stronger man because they covered the bases. We know that our people are the greatest resource we have,
Yes.
and it's also the most underutilized.
Yes.
We've depended and relied upon others too long. So let's stop. Let's stop it right now. Let's live our lives and love our lives to become light as a feather.
That's right.
You know, stress. Yeah. Let's live, let's love, let's learn how to live a life light as a feather.
Yes.
Live a life as light as a feather for ourselves,
Yes.
for our family, for our community, and for the nation we're supposed to be building.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, Father.
That city in Mississippi, we want a nation like that.
Yes.
Right.
Inside, outside, self first, family first, and our own people first. Stand up, stand up, step up, stand up, and then step out.
Yes.
Then step out.
Ah.
Step out and let people see how good an African life can be. We are the best advertisement for good living.
That's right.
If you are sad about this, you're in the wrong place.
That's right.
You're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
If we are doing the right things,
Yes.
it should show.
Yes.
Not because we're on a corner telling folks that in our everyday stroll, where we roll, where we walk, where we be, we're a light.
Yes.
Yes.
We're a light.
Yeah.
And our feather life is so sweet.
Yes.
I'll stay.
I say.
I'll stay.
I say.
Stay up.
I say, oh.
Yeah, Father. Excuse me. Excellent.
I say.
Excellent.
All right.
Minister Molly.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it.
And I also want to say Happy Father's Day.
I say. Happy Father's Day to you, new daddy.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father here in being black in America and a father.
Yes.
All the fathers on the continent.
Yeah.
To all the fathers in and out of court.
Well,
All the fathers, you matter. Getting text, I know you are. Black fathers matter.
Yes.
And it is a blessing. I would have been here if I didn't have a kid here at start time at 10:30.
You know what?
Responsibility. I'm trying to head out the door. I said, hey, diapers.
Yeah.
Okay, wifey's check. And then I'm like, ooh, check. Okay, let me grab that. I know it's gonna get hungry and cry. And we want to say also, Minister Imhotep, Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
But at this time, just proud of all the fathers just being one. And, yeah, just looking at today because, as Minister Molly says, I'm not thinking it's forever. It's gonna be steep. It's gonna be steep. But at this time, I want to invite you guys to anyone that wants to join, become a member of the Jose. Jose is a community of the sacred African way, about following the 42 laws of innocence, the declarations of innocence. So you live your life, like he said, as light as a feather.
Yes.
Not living with regret, not being able to sleep at night if you follow these laws, but also about building community, built off our ancestors, built off the sacred African way, built off being in line with the universe and nature and the ancestors. So anyone here in the audience or online that wants to become a member of Jose, please stand up and come to the front. More than once. Twice. And you can join us next time. We're not going anywhere.
Right.
We're alphas and omegas, the creators, the beginning and the end. Yes, and we will be here. And right now, if we could have everyone gather, we're gonna close our service with our great Negro African spiritual lift every voice and sing. Ashland. Play Baba. Love that move.
Yes.
Let's circle up.
Let our rejoicing
Let us all repeat after me. We are one people.
One people.
One faith.
One faith.
One destiny.
One destiny.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love. We know that you are the most beautiful people on the face of this earth.
Baba City in the house, we see Baba City in the house.